What's going on, Bearhandians? I am Bearhands. Today we're going to be looking at a Clash Royale video, and yes, because we had mentioned it, we are going to do a rock and roll themed Clash Royale deck. Here we've got the Golem, which is the main rock. It is the cornerstone of the deck. And then we've got the Bowler, which both rocks and rolls, as well as the log, which if you don't get that one, you should just leave now. So we've got our rock and roll deck here. We are going to see if we can't take it out and crush some people with it. First, I'm going to show you some kind of developmental games where I was figuring out what the deck struggled with, what it, excelled with, things like that. So let's jump into a couple of games, show you how the deck thrives, and then see if we can't recreate it and get a couple of wins, losses, draws, whatever it is we can manage. So join me. Alright, here was my first game throwing this deck down against Zorzo. And I'm going to be honest, this guy kind of just lost heart. I believe I played very well against him, and it might have just been kind of a hard counter situation where it just went perfectly in my favor. But he's going to throw a level 8 wizard in the back. I'm going to throw my tournament standard level 4 bowler, which is going to tank really well. The Ice Spirit, wonderfully placed there to take out the minions, and then I'm going to sit at full elixir trying to figure out how to get past this wizard. And then I'm going to go all in. I'm going to throw the skeleton army down and then my minions, and he's a little bit late on the arrows. He ends up getting the barbarians down, but by that time I have cycled around enough for another bowler, and he throws his fire spirits into it, giving me a huge positive elixir trade there with the bowler. You're looking at... what? The barbarians cost 5, is that right? So 7 elixir going down the drain against that bowler. Then I'm gonna Ice Spirit Zap the minions away, tack a couple hundred, I almost said a couple $100. A couple hundred points of damage on that tower on the left, and then I'm gonna drop down the Golem. Now at this point I realize I have to defend, so I am going to, check it out, I'm going to log, push the wizard back, and then play the skeleton army into the wizard. Really interesting defense there. I still take a hit or two, but it worked wonderfully. And so at this point, go ahead and throwing down some counters to the barbarians, and my minions are going to survive and end up wrapping up that left-hand tower. It's going to drop all the way down to 0. We still have a Golemite and 2 minions, which are going to get sniped away there, walking down the left-hand side. So he's going to try and continue on here, I believe. Is he? Is he going to continue on? I think at this point he realizes maybe he felt like he made quite too many misplays, and so he just leaves. So I'm just going to go ahead and speed this up ×2 because there's no point in slowly watching this train roll. And we're going to go ahead and wrap up this last tower. So good game, Zorzo. It was... I don't even know what to say. It just worked really well for me on that one. Alright, this next game against Jordan C, Broken Fury Clan, was an interesting game because it had the Lava Hound, and as I found after this game, more air-heavy decks were really giving me trouble, and so I make a switch to the deck, not this time, but in the future battles that I did with the deck, I ended up switching in the Musketeer to kind of give me some air coverage and also some range. And so I have the bowler running down the left-hand side, which is going to be able to tank pretty well against his princess. So I'm not going to immediately lose my minions, which is good. It allows me to deal massive amounts of damage to the Lava Hound and also take out a couple of the pups, so I end up only soaking a little bit of damage on the left-hand tower. Then my minions are going to die, and having done quite a bit more damage spaced out between the two towers, I feel pretty good at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same. I'm going to go ahead and throw the bowler down. I don't want to dedicate too much elixir into the Golem yet, because I feel like, hey, if it worked once, let's go ahead and try it again. I'm going to throw the bowler down. He's going to throw his Lava Hound down again, and at this point I think, hey, let's go all in here. Let's go ahead and throw down the Golem. He's going to throw a Mega Minion down, which targets the Golem. Again, the tank is going to stop the Princess from taking out the minions immediately, and that's going to allow them, again, to take out this Lava Hound. So the Lava Hound is going to go down, my Fire Spirits are going to splash away some of the pups, my Bowler is going to do huge amounts of damage to the tower. He probably should have zapped my minions, but his tower is going to fall there simply because I want to say I got a little lucky. Pretty much a poor placement on his Princess, allowing my Golem to soak that damage and then my attacking units to deal with the Lava Hound. So we're going to throw the Golem down, I believe, on the same side he throws down the Lava Hound. I didn't want to throw it on the other side because I didn't want to get into a situation where I played it so good, but then it ended up different and he comes and takes out a tower. So I throw the Golem down on the right. He's got his heavy hitters coming in behind the Lava Hound. I'm going to take out the Princess immediately. He's going to be sneaky and throw down his minor skeleton army on that side. And I go ahead and take care of that. And then we have a Golem with 2 Golemites on his tower right now. And this gets a little scary. With his Lava Hound on the right side, I don't know what that log was. I think I was trying to go for the miner, but missed it completely. I should have just put it right on the tower. I'm going to be able to splash away these units with the log and clean up everything that he had there. And so was really worried at that point, but kind of know that we're about to run out of time there, so I don't throw anything down. But very good game, right on the edge of my seat on that game, and so interesting. I'm happy that I pulled it off. Then played against the guy here, got 2 to 3 crowned. He just rushed me at a really good time. His tower was down to like 200 health, so it was kind of a race to the end, and he won. He won the race, and then in this game, come to find out, the lightning spell did, he was essentially lightninging my Bowler, and his Mega Minion was just destroying everything. I couldn't get my minions in there without him arrowing them out, and then his Mega Minion would destroy everything. So I kind of figured, you know what? Instead of the Fire Spirits, in order to deal with cards like the Mega Minion, let's go ahead and throw a Mega Minion in of our own. And so we switched the Mega Minion in for a game, and I did not feel good about it. Mostly because I felt like the Mega Minion was just slightly too close to the action. So I want something with a better range, something a little bit further out. So we played a game with the Musketeer, and it worked wonderfully. We did this grinding game against the Miner deck, ended up squeezing out the victory right at the last moment. I'm not going to show it to you because I want to be able to get some games in here. And so let's jump into a couple of games, see what we can do, see if we can dishearten and destroy a couple of people with this amazing rock and roll deck. All right. Interesting start here. Really would prefer to have one of my tanks, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and log here. Equal trade. And then I'm going to go ahead and throw my Musketeer in the back to help with this knight. Let's see what he's got. I'm going to throw the Golem down. Why not? Would really like it if the mortar wouldn't kill my Musketeer here. And it is going to kill the Musketeer, but we're going to take out the mortar. So I'm not entirely sure who ended up with the loss there in Elixir. But I have a feeling if I throw my Bowler down here, he's going to put his mortar on the other side. I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to throw the Bowler down. He's going to throw the mortar down if he's doing it the same way. And I'm going to play like this. Just distract. Tack a bunch of damage on here. His Musketeer is going to lock onto my minions, unfortunately. But the minions are going to be able to take that out. And then we have a... not really the best thing. If he throws air down here, I have pretty much nothing to deal with it. But he doesn't throw anything down, so he's going to sustain quite a bit of damage. Now we're going to start a Golem here. Throw a skeleton army down. He's going to zap the skeleton army. Maybe not. Then at this point, I really want to get my minions down since he went ahead and threw the arrows. And if the minions can avoid those fire spirits there, we have got a wall of power here that he's going to have trouble stopping completely. Yeah, so we do a good amount of damage. Not quite enough, though. I really would have preferred a little bit more damage there. His musketeer is coming at us here. We're going to go ahead and tank that musketeer shot. We're going to go ahead and throw our bowler down. We're going to go ahead and throw the skeletons down. Get the minions right here. Hit the... One of those skeletons stays alive. Check it out. Go ahead and get this musketeer down on the field to back up the golemites. And this is an interesting game. I'm going to zap this tower here. Actually turned out not doing quite as much as I would have liked. I'm going to throw the minions down immediately because I haven't done that before, and I feel like that will be a good enough mix-up. Not the case. He ends up getting a very good arrows off there. And let's see what he's got. We're going to do a log here. Very good log. The golem's going in. Let's go ahead and get the minions down. Get the ice spirit. I feel like we probably have another mini P.E.K.K.A coming here. The bowler's dealing good damage there. And I'm anticipating another mortar. Yep, we got a mortar there. Let's go ahead and throw the musketeer down at a nice safe distance. And we're going to run out of time. Interesting, I had his tower all the way down to 650, 649. Just couldn't quite get through. It's amazing how much damage the musketeer will tack on to that golem. And I don't know what to say about that one. Just couldn't break through. Maybe I could have switched it up a little bit. Maybe I could have countered. But the defensive buildings are becoming very prevalent. Anton, do you have a defensive building deck? That would be a real shame. Maybe we need to learn how to beat them. Let's go ahead and throw the bowler down as our tank. He's going to throw a giant down. Really, his best play at this point would be some kind of air. So I'm going to throw a musketeer down. Oh, wow. Check it out. Sparky. I shouldn't have done that. Sparky ends up hitting my bowler, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick little rush here with the minions, the ice spirit. He's going to throw down his barbarians. I'm going to go ahead and just log here to prevent the barbarians from being able to create a counter push. And interesting, a Sparky deck with a giant, formidable, but I've got Zap, I've got minions, I've got Skeleton Army. I'm going to go ahead and throw the Golem down in the back. I wasted Elixir there, which was really poor. Poor playing on my part. Let's get the bowler down here in front of the tower. Up again, poor placement because if I could have gotten it a little bit further away from the tower, I would have been able to not take the splash damage of the wizard there. And here we go, we've got an Inferno Tower. We're gonna zap the Inferno Tower. Still gonna take quite a bit of damage there. The Golemites are still alive there, and so let's go ahead and throw the bowler down, and I'm gonna anticipate Barbarians. Hit the Barbarians with the log on the button. That is what we call Anticipation Station. And I'm getting distracted and I'm wasting Elixir. Very frustrating. Let's throw this down. I'm thinking maybe he wants to play that, which... Oh, wow, I sustained a hit. Okay, big mistake. I threw my minions with the skeleton army, which could have possibly been the worst play ever. I'm going to throw a log down. I'm going to zap. And then I'm going to surround with the skeleton army here. He is doing massive amounts of damage. We're going to get the... If he's got a fireball or has been holding on to a rocket, we are in trouble. Okay, he threw that. So we're able to cycle back around here and stop this. Let's get our Skarmy down. Let's get our Musketeer down. Can he stop it? He is really struggling. Can he stop it? Cycle back to arrows? No, he cannot. We're going to end up doing a log, busting through the free spell. And the key to that, which my big mistake is, it was simple to spot, but the big mistake was playing my 2 small units when he has arrows. Never ever do that. Don't play into their cheap spells. Skeleton army is either to pull the arrows, or the minions is to pull the arrows, and then you play the other little unit. In a nutshell, figure out what their spells are. Figure out what units die in one shot to the spell. And then don't play them together ever. What did I spend? I spent 6 elixir on a skeleton army and then minions, and I lost all of it to his arrows, as well as my big units getting hit with the arrows. Dumb. Don't do it. Don't do it. Look me in the eyes and tell me you will not do it. If you want to be a good player, you need to be able to anticipate the spells. That's all. Hope you enjoy this deck. I feel like it's got a lot of potential to it. Kind of like the catchy name. Rock and roll deck, it's kind of cool. It's a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed this video though. If you found anything helpful at all and would like more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. I appreciate the support so much. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up below. Also, don't forget to leave me a comment with suggestions, or if you want to see me play with a specific deck. If you post a deck idea, chances are I might take it out for a spin, see if I could get some wins with it. I enjoy it. So thanks so much for stopping by. Come back next time for more gaming with bare hands. I'll see you later.